You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and white sports fans, let's talk about the Tokyo Olympics. The Tokyo Olympics will be starting later on this year, and there's been a lot of controversy about the Tokyo Olympics. Whether you're talking about Laurel Hubbard, who is a biological man that identifies as a woman, will be allowed to compete against women at the Tokyo Olympics. And also you have Sha'Carri Richardson, U.S. track and field athlete, who actually will not be competing in the 100-meter dash at the Olympics as she actually failed a drug test and has been suspended for 30 days. However, with Sha'Carri Richardson, there was a chance she can actually still compete at the Tokyo Olympics in the relay race. However, folks, word has come down now, she was not selected to be a part of the relay team. And there's some outrage out there, folks, about this decision by USA Track and Field to not select her. So Sha'Carri Richardson's Tokyo Olympic dream is over. She will not be competing at the Olympics. And I said it in my last video, folks, that she needed to take responsibility for what she did. And to her credit, she has done that. She's not making any excuses as to why she's not competing. She understands what she did. But there is the racial aspect of this, folks, because I truly believe if Sha'Carri Richardson was a white woman, this would probably almost be a non-story. But however, when the era of woke sports, and it's a big deal because she is a black woman, we've actually seen where the U.S. Olympic Committee has actually been called racist because of this. And it's gotten extremely political. You got AOC out there, screaming racism and all this other stuff. But that's another story. So I digress. So let's jump over here to ESPN. It says here, Sha'Carri Richardson won't run at Tokyo Olympics after being left off U.S. relay lists. Band sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson was not on the Olympic roster released Tuesday by USA Track and Field, a decision that means the American's positive test for marijuana will cost her a chance at running on the relay team in Tokyo, in addition to her spot in the 100-meter individual race. Richardson's positive test nullified her win at the Olympic trials in Eugene, Oregon last month, and the spot that went with it in Tokyo in the 100. Her 30-day suspension will end before the start of the relays on August 5th, which left open the possibility she could win a medal as part of the 4x100 relay team. But her name was not on the roster USATF sent out. The federation had two discretionary pits beyond the top four finishers in the 100-meter final at trials, but chose not to offer a spot to the 21-year-old sprinter who was expected to challenge for Olympic gold. Asked about how Richardson was taking news, her agent, Ronaldo Nahimia, responded, "We haven't spoken about it at all. It was actually not a topic we focus on." In a statement, USTF said it was incredibly sympathetic towards Sha'Carri Richardson's excruciating circumstances and fully agrees that international rules regarding marijuana should be reevaluated. So they seem to be on the side that, that the rules regarding marijuana needs to be changed. But however, they can't alter the rules for her. And I believe, folks, if they actually end up, allowing her to compete, I believe that actually sets a bad precedent because you're altering the rules for her. So in the future, you would actually have to alter the rules for someone else. That's not going to be a good thing because we have actually seen, athletes, fail drug tests in the past. And going forward, you'll continue to have athletes that's going to fail drug tests. Should Team USA bend the rules for them too? I don't think so, because that would actually set a very, very bad precedent. It says here, quote, "So while our heartfelt understanding lies with Sha'Carri, we must also maintain fairness for all of the athletes who attempted to realize their dreams by securing a place on the U.S. Olympic track and field team, the statement read. In this case, they meant offering the remaining relay spots to the 6th and 7th place finishers, each of whom moved up in the pecking order after Richardson's disqualification. They are English Gardner and Aaliyah Hobbs. Richardson tested positive for a chemical found in marijuana after her victory on June 19th. She said the stress of her biological mother's recent death, combined with the pressure of preparing for trials, led her to use the drug. Now, folks, I will say this. I truly do not believe this was a one-time thing with Sha'Carri Richardson. I really, really don't. I believe she was using before in the past, even though in the state of Oregon, it's completely legal. But you got to remember, federally, it is still illegal. And the Olympics, they have their own rules. You know, I believe in following the rules. I just do. When I was in the Navy, and I'm pretty sure this is the way it is too, if you had popped positive, guess what would happen? You would lose your military career. They got you out of there. You know, if you go to a job, you do a drug test, they say, all right, no weed, and you fail, guess what? You're not going to get the job. So I don't believe in bending the rules whatsoever. So I'm not surprised that she didn't get selected to the relay team. I believe they were trying to send a message that you must follow the rules. I don't believe there's anything racial about this whatsoever, but we already know there's people outraged over there, you know, especially in the leftist media. They're screaming that this is racism, you know, because she's black. And I do believe that leftists tend to believe that black people just love illegal drugs. And I just don't believe that's the case. I believe that most black people will follow the rules. But in this case, she did not. The media is out there screaming racism, and it's not racist whatsoever. Not in the least bit. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, Sha'Carri Richardson will not compete at all for the United States at the Olympics in Tokyo because of her failed drug tests, and they are not putting her on the team, on the relay team at all either. She wasn't selected for anything. So guys, how do you actually feel about all of this? Let us know that in the comments below. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.